I'm making a cheesecake. And the sun is right in my face, so I'm gonna be back here. Hi from back here. I'm making a cheesecake. It's for Papa. It's for his birthday. His birthday is 2 weeks after mine. So every year I make myself a treat, and then I make him a treat, and we both get to eat 2 treats. Speaking of my treat, it was a chocolate cake, which I made last week, and it was very good. But I would like to take this opportunity to throw some shade at the Philly cream cheese 2-pack box. The recipe for cream cheese frosting in the bottom of the box is way too sweet. It's disgusting. If you're gonna make this, you might as well just make buttercream. You're probably one of those people who likes grocery store frosting. You know that frothy white frosting on the top of a grocery store cake? Boo, that frosting's disgusting. I put 3 times the amount of cream cheese to the amount of sugar that recipe calls for. Anyway, back to my true thing. I'm making a cheesecake. Papa loves cheesecake. I'm into it. But I've learned how to make it in the past couple years because it's so easy. So I've already made a crust. It is almond and coconut flour because I was running out of almond flour. So it's a 1/2 cup almond, 1/2 cup coconut. I should say I just Googled sugar-free cheesecake recipe and I'm making that, but a half recipe. Because I didn't feel, each time I've made a cheesecake, I've made it with 4 bricks of cream cheese. And last time I did that, it was way too much. And I'm like, wait, I have a smaller pan. Make a half recipe. So anyway, it's a half recipe of whatever the first one on Google is. I've made the crust. I also added walnuts to it because I feel like that's more delicious to have texture. And our favorite ever pie has macadamia nuts in the crust. It's so good. So good. So what you get to watch is me mixing the cream cheese. I have 2 bricks of cream cheese and a 1/2 cup of the sugar substitute of my choice. His choice, I should say. He prefers erythritol. I agree. Oh my God, there's a squirrel. Hold up, squirrel break. It's on the deck. I see it. Papa's here too. He sees the squirrel. Oh, it's chewing. Let me put my glasses on. Every time the squirrel interrupts my stream. Do you know? Do you know, Squirt? It's so cute. Can you leave so I can keep going? Because I honestly can't. Okay, bye. It just walked down the stairs like it owns the joint. We also saw a possum roaming around our prop last night. This is the first time we've lived here 2 years. I've never seen a possum here. And at first I was like, oh. And then Papa was like, no, they eat bugs. They are our friends. I actually totally agree. Nothing wrong with a possum. It's just jarring to see one in your driveway. So anyway, 2 bricks of cream cheese, erythritol, put it in the mixer. I'm gonna mix it on like glue. There we go. It's on 2, so low until I don't hear the sugar anymore. I don't want to make it bubbly, so that's why I'm keeping it on 2. And let me get my spatula. I don't like doing dishes, so I'm just using the same spatula I've been using for everything else. So this cheesecake is fully contaminated with almond flour, but who cares? It's gonna bake. Who cares? There we go. Ugh. Oh my God. Okay. What about how I almost lost some and then I fully just flung it with my spatula? So yeah, just gonna mix that for a while. The recipe calls for lemon juice. I'm gonna add zest because I think it tastes better. And also I ran out of vanilla extract making the crust, so I'm going to use this vanilla paste from Trader Joe's, which I mentioned in the cake video. That's what I used in my frosting, and it is delicious. So tastes like vanilla, and it has seeds, so it looks like fancy ice cream. I can still hear the sugar, so we're just gonna let that spin. I don't like this sound. We're gonna get a shade. This curtain. It's looking pretty good. I don't want you lift. There we go. Oh yeah. Hold on, it's a scrape moment. All right, this is so easy. I'm gonna add 1 egg. I'm adding 2 eggs, but one at a time, 1 egg. Here it is. I have 2 eggs in this cup. Well, just gonna let that mix in, and then add the second egg. Also, my lemon was very juicy. I got lucky. I picked a good one, and I got quite a bit of zest off of it. But then I also, this is half full with juice. That's a lot of juice. So I think I'm going to use the juice in the sauce I'm going to make. I can still hear the sugar. It's getting there though. It's looking good. I would rather mix it for a long time on low to get everything together and to melt the sugar. Melt. It's powdered erythritol, so it's not going to be crumbly, but then to add air. As you can see, I have the white paddle on and not the whisk. Sauce. So weird. Okay, well, somewhere somehow I purchased him a bag of blackberries. It's not in that freezer, so it might be in the garage. It's the easiest thing in the world to make sauce, though. I'm just gonna open up the frozen berries. I'm gonna dump them in a bowl. I'm gonna add some lemon juice and probably 2 of these non-sugar sugar, and then just shake the living crap out of it. And once it kind of melts, defrosts, I'll mush it with a fork. It's blackberries. It's pretty easy to do. If it was something like peach, straw, I might take the immersion blender to it. I don't want it to be too homogeneous, I guess. You can still hear the sugar. I'll give it another scrape and add another egg. It's looking good. I'm trying to kind of be, you can't see because my stupid cup is in the way. What a thought. Should have moved that damn cup. Oh well. Last egg. Sorry about that. So let's see. Until fluffy. It's kind of fluffy. It's pretty fluffy actually. Add eggs one time. Okay. Lemon and vanilla. So I am gonna use zest. I'm sitting out for a second, so it's kind of dry, but that's okay. And it calls for a half tablespoon of lemon juice, so I'm just gonna do a fat pinch of zest. I think zest is good. And then vanilla, half teaspoon, which it's equal. So this half teaspoon, boom. It's kind of thick, right into. Oh yeah, whoa. That's a bit much. It's okay. Ouch. Oh, yeah. I got it on the beater, but it already looks so seedy and delicious. And I put a little bit too much, but that's okay. It's gonna be good. Oh, looks so good. This was cheap too. I want to say this was like $5 or less. I'm super into it. Give it one more scrape. Sorry, this is so silent. Ooh, I knew it. Sorry, there's a dog here. Don't tell anyone. I'm just scraping the living hell out of it because I want to make sure that it's very mixed. And yeah, I did fully get a bunch of vanilla paste on the beater. I don't want it to be too sweet because I'd rather make this sauce a little bit sweeter. The other thing I have to cook today is dinner for the week, which I'm planning on making like a cheeseburger ravioli casserole situation. Isn't that insane? That sounds insane. So I'm gonna be private about that. I don't think anyone needs to see me make cheeseburger ravioli casserole. I'll tell you if it's good though. Oh, it's gonna be good because the first word is cheese. So it's evil, but it's good. I can still hear the sugar, but I think it's almost fully mixed by now. Let's see. Oh yeah. No, it's not. Just got the zesty bit at the bottom. Got a big zesty bit at the bottom. That's not what I want. There we go. It's gonna be good. Let me get to the bottom of this. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. So a KitchenAid mixer has a little, at the bottom of it, little like hill. And all your stuff will get stuck around the bottom of it. So that's why I'm being so thorough. I keep finding zesty bits stuck down there. Anyway, it's almost done, and when it's done, I'm just gonna pour it in this cooled pan. Yes, it's cooled, I can touch it. I think the recipe calls for a 9-inch pan. I don't know what this is, probably 9 inches, but I think it'll be enough. I did make a little extra crust because crust is good when you're an adult and you like crust. But I think the ratio should be pretty all right. There we go. Yeah, I did that. I did that. I kept pulling up the beater and getting like a big clump of zest, and that didn't happen the last time, so it's done now. I'm just giving it another stir. I think we're good. Now I'm by no means a cheesecake expert. This is maybe the 4th cheesecake I've made. But I've learned that just try, and it's easy. I don't cook it in a water bath. I know some people do. I just don't. Yeah. This is beautiful. I want to say a big shout out to Ross for hooking me up with like everything I need for cooking, basically. We go there probably once a week, and I've been finding like the best Tupperwares there, and these like funny little silicone spatulas and teeny tiny whisks and like random ass stuff that you wouldn't really think about how bad you need until you have a flat silicone whisk to like really scrape your bowl with. So I find that baking is just having the stuff you need to succeed, which is kind of sad because that means it's like a rich person's hobby. I'm not gonna lie, there's something quite classist about baking, but that's also not true. You can use a wooden spoon and a giant bowl and make anything you want. You just have to use your arm. So maybe I'm classist for having the tool that makes it easy. Sorry, that was a rant I wasn't expecting to go on. Anyway, you saw me. I poured it in here. I'm gonna get it mostly off the sides and into my mouth. You see me licking it. This is a family cheesecake. We're gonna eat it together, so I'm gonna bake this for 45 to 55 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna set my timer for 40 minutes. Let's put it in the oven. All right, I'm gonna try one more time to look for these berries. I swear they're in here. See? Where's those? Still there. All right. And I don't know where my shoes are to go look for them. I think they're in the garage. Anyway, I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna make this sauce. I'm gonna hopefully track down this fruit. I normally don't bake this much. Like I said, our birthdays are 2 weeks apart, so I make us each a treat. And then in December, we all know what's in December. And I actually quite like to make Christmas cookies. And I have a little thing I'm gonna make every year that I might find a way to incorporate the internet into. So thanks. Thank you. Appreciate. Have a good week. Happy whatever this holiday is today. Veterans Day if you're a veteran. Thank you. I'm gonna go eat some crackers. Love you. Mean it. Bye.